What's up, y'all? B March Boxing back at it with the post-fight review. Jezrell Corrales, former WBA 130-pound champion, versus Chris Colbert, coming into this fight 13 and 0. I believe like 5-6 KO, something slight. Round one, it was Chris Colbert. I gave him round one. Primetime, aka using his jab. You know what I mean? He was dictating with the jab, and he was fighting in the orthodox stance. You know what I mean? Round two, closer round. It could have gone either way. Corrales is throwing them uppercuts, you know what I mean? But the man, what's his name? Chris Colbert switching stances, you know what I mean? Not too effective like he was in round one. I gave round two to Jezreel Corrales. Round three was a lot of posturing. Not much action going on. The crowd was booing. You know what I'm saying? And Corrales, that's where he began his clinching manifestation. Man was clinching a whole lot. Round four combination from the jabs, double jabs, and jab to the stomach straight right over the top by Chris Colbert. You know what I mean? Corrales just throwing a couple straight left hands, but few and far in between. You know what I mean? Not, round five, not much action from either guy. Close line could have gone either way. A lot of posturing, just like there was in round three. You know what I'm saying? Jezreel Corrales is trying to land and trying to land his left hand. He's staying out of punching range and also staying out of range to get hit. You know what I mean? Prime time, Chris Colbert is swinging wild. You know what I mean? Was missing a whole lot of hooks. I don't know what happened to him in round four, but I gave that round to Jezreel Corrales. Just as because how amateurish Chris Colbert looked, trying to take the man's head off with the haymakers and missing wildly. Round six was also a close round. You know what I mean? Corrales left hand. You know what I'm saying? But the man, prime time, Chris Colbert started attacking to the body. You know what I mean? Finally started laying some leather to the body. Round seven, what's his name? Jezreel Corrales was landing left hand counters. You know what I mean? It definitely his best round so far. Round seven, fight everything was landing behind the jab. He was piecing up the man Chris Colbert in round seven. You know what I mean? Just straight up dropping beautiful counters using the 1-2. You know what I mean? Round eight was Prime Time was using this combination. He had a beautiful combo, which was a right uppercut, and then a straight right hand behind it, then a left hook. You know what I mean? Now notice Jezreel Corrales started switching stances in round eight, but to me it wasn't really effective. It was more because of the combination punching that the man Chris Colbert was landing. You know what I mean? That really had him, second guessing his stance. You know what I mean? But he switched right back quick to southpaw stance. Round nine was a dirty round, a lot of rapid punching, um, tackling. The man got thrown on the canvas. Jezreel Corrales, or was almost getting lifted up. You know what I mean? It was a dirty round, which I favored to Jezreel Corrales. Round 10, the man Chris Colbert was walking the man Jezreel Corrales down. You know what I'm saying? Walking him down, and then he dropped him with the overhand right hand from the southpaw stance. You know what I mean? And that put him on the canvas. He wasn't really hurt, but he was kind of pissed that he went down. But he got back up, but he was getting walked down by the man Chris Colbert. You know what I'm saying? Round 11, Chris Colbert, he's landing mad combinations. I mean, mad combos was hurting the man, and the momentum with Jezreel Corrales knocked him out of the ring. You know what I mean? Wasn't counted as a knockdown. You know what I'm saying? But damn sure looked like it was the punches that made him get knocked out the ring. But he got back in real quick and you know, proceeded to get his ass whooped in round 11 and 12. You know what I'm saying? So I gave this fight to Chris Colbert. I had Chris Colbert winning this fight 116 to 111. You know what I mean? 8 rounds to 4. You know, 130 pounds. He has a kind of WBA Reggie belt. That's what I call these stupid belts. That's fucking up the boxing game. You know what I mean? All these stupid belts that they only around. They're only around for marketing tools. You know what I mean? To market a fighter. Not Chris Colbert has a belt now. He's more marketable. But to me, it's garbage, man. He ain't fight the real deal yet at 130. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away from him. My pro. If I have any criticism or critique for the man Chris Colbert needs to find out. Look, he can switch stances, which is all well and fine. He's not the power puncher that he thinks he is. You know what I mean? He is quick with the hand speed, but he also got to work better on his punch placement. You know what I'm saying? he was getting tagged in there with some uppercuts and some straight left hand counters, you know what I mean? And, it seems like, he might be able to lose focus if he's in there with the better fighter, you know what I mean? Overall, look, he fought a former world champion, an awkward, herky jerky type of fighter. But overall, really and truly, I wasn't impressed, you know what I mean? Because I just thought he was getting tagged too much, and there was some rounds where, he was getting hit with a lot of punches, and the posture and just keeping your hands in the pocket, just staring at a man, not even throwing nothing. Jezrell Corrales was doing that too, but Chris Colbert is the kid we're looking at to be a future star in the game. And at 130 pounds, it's a great division right now. There's a lot of fights between 130, 135. He has a WBA title. There's a guy by the name of Leo Santa Cruz who's holding a fraudulent WBA title. We have Rene Alvarado, who won the real WBA title. He's from Nicaragua. I'm not sure which he's. I think he's on Golden Boy because he fights on the zone. So I think Chris Colbert could mix it up with all those guys and possibly give us a great fight. You know what I mean? But at 14-0, I still think he's still a little raw. You know what I mean? I think he was kind of fast tracked to this fight. He did well winning 8 rounds out of 12. But there was a lot of dull moments in this fight. I didn't like the posturing and just looking at each other and not doing much, and also getting tagged with punches at his defense and the wild swinging. The being over anxious at times and missing all them wide punches, wide hooks. Wasn't a fan of that too much, but he's young, very young, 23 years old. He has a Reggie title. So, in the future, I think he can work on his skills, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure the next fight he fights, I'll be shocked if it's a better fighter than Rosario. I'm sorry, Jezreel Corrales right now in his next fight. I'll be shocked, you know what I mean? But we shall see. B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm gone. Peace.